Limiting beliefs. Okay, we got some shadow work to do here, Virgo. What are the negative assumptions or perceptions that limit and stop you from being the best version of yourself? What have you been conditioned to believe? Yes, indeed, limiting beliefs. We're all working. Hey there, Virgo. How are you? It's your Force Fairy here. Nice to see you again. Welcome in and welcome back to the 100-Acre Woods where I read cards out here. So let's read some cards for you, Virgo. We're going to start off with this Spread Crafters deck and do a 6-card spread, taking a look at your present moment, challenge, and opportunity. Then we're going to take a look at the energy, goal, and the outcome. And it's a timeless read, Virgo. So when it finds you, it was meant to, and it's general. So take it resonates and leave the rest. And it's for all Virgo placements, wherever you have Virgo in your chart. And this is a bonus read for you, Virgo. You had the most views last week, and so you get a bonus read. So the present moment for my Vullery of Virgos is finances, money, and abundance. These are your focus areas. Sounds very Virgo, doesn't it? The challenge is opinion, a view that is formed based on what you know, how you think, and how you feel. A perspective or judgment informed by your personal experiences, your upbringing, and your world view. So the challenge might be, for some of you, to keep your opinions to yourself or not to get offended by other people's opinions. It depends. The opportunity is honor. Ooh, Virgo. To respect, to treat with esteem, to make seen, to commit, to align with integrity, to say yes to your desires and needs, and to affirm your no's. That is your opportunity. I love it. Great. Okay. So the energy that surrounds you is balance. To stabilize, to return to the now, to find equilibrium and harmony. The goal, fear. Okay, Virgo. What are you afraid of? What do you perceive to be the worst case scenario? Yeah, there it is. And what are you desperately trying to avoid and fight against right now? What is triggering and dysregulating your nervous system? Okay. So it's like the 9 of Swords, this card. It's like worst case scenarios is really sticking out. We'll get some clarifiers on why that is the goal. It could be to do that shadow work, because again, I love these cards. At the bottom here it says shadow work. So it could be you working on your worst case scenarios thought process, that nothing's ever going to work out, this type of thing. Okay. Right adjacent to opinion, this could be something that you grew up with, right? And so this is, the goal is to eliminate fear. Okay. The outcome, limiting beliefs. Okay, we got some shadow work to do here, Virgo. What are the negative assumptions or perceptions that limit and stop you from being the best version of yourself? What have you been conditioned to believe? Yes, indeed, limiting beliefs. We're all working on it, Virgo, not just you guys. Bomb the deck. And that which, that which you might not see is expression. Creative and self-expression. The way you choose to convey, consciously or unconsciously, an idea, an opinion, or emotion. Opinion is right there as the challenge. Do you have difficulties expressing your opinions? Your true, authentic opinions. Do you have that? What you might not see is the expression card, right? So let's get into it. Let's clarify. Finances, money, and abundance. Oh, these are slippery, Virgo. Your cards are slippery. So let me do that bridge again. Finance, money, and abundance for the Vullery of Virgos. This is the present moment. And presently, ooh, Virgo might be confused with the Two of Swords about finances, money, and abundance. Okay. You might be in a state of confusion regarding it. You could be in between jobs, in between, or change. Oh, I'm hearing changing careers. And the Three of Cups. You could be, for some of you, the Three of Cups feels very celebratory, party, and you could be spending too much money on the good times, on going out, instead of really buckling down. Then you take a look at your finances and you go, oh, Two of Swords, how did I get to this point? Well, you know, when you know, and it's finding balance, isn't it? So for some of you, this is just it's almost like buyer's remorse, right? Where you shop all on the weekend, and then as someone who worked in retail, Mondays were the worst because that's when everyone goes, well, I can't afford that. Well, I shouldn't have bought that. Well, let's take that back. And so we were always in the hole come Monday morning. Buyer's remorse, right? This Three of Cups and the Two of Swords, clarifying finances, money, and abundance. This is like short-term abundance or short-term, fun and games until you get the bills, and then it's like, yeah. So the challenge is opinion. This could also, okay, because now I'm getting down into the challenge. The challenge could be saying no. Oh, we had this. Where did we have this? Where your no's right here. The honor. Do you have problems with boundaries? Because this is a boundary card, the honor. To say yes to your desires and needs and to affirm your no's. For some of you Virgos, you might have problems saying no to those that say, hey Virgo, let's go out. Hey, let's just go for one drink. So, and then you have to work it off. You have to pay it off. And it always feels like you're coming from behind for some of you. Now, the opinion is the challenge. A view that is formed based on what you know, how you think, how you feel, a perspective or judgment informed by your personal experiences, your upbringing, and your worldview. There's the worry. There's the confusion and worry about your finances. You could have come from a lack mentality, from a family that was always in debt, that was always, paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. And you might not know that this upbringing is what's gotten you to this point when it comes to your finances, money, and abundance. And the Queen of Cups. Okay. This I really feel with the Queen of Cups is being gentle, is being loving and kind with how you grew up, where you got your opinions, how you got to where you are as far as your finances, money, and abundance. If you have a lack mentality, to be aware of it, take a look at it, to do some, and we got some shadow work here with fear and limiting beliefs. Where are your limiting beliefs? Why do you think this way? And the Queen of Cups is a very loving, patient, and empathetic queen that resides within you, Virgo, so that you can take a look at where your opinions come from. Why is it that I can't say no? Why do I feel guilty when I say no? When they don't think twice, they're like, okay, Virgo's not up for a night out. And you might be feeling, well, if I say no, that they're going to be mad or they're going to be upset. Understand why you're saying no. I used to tell the kids we're having no money fun. And we'd go to a park, a different park than the one that we would always go to. And they would love no money fun. It doesn't cost anything. We just walk to a different park, take the bus, go for a drive, whatever. This is what I'm really picking up, Virgo. So, the opportunity is to respect, to treat with esteem, to make seen, to commit, to align with your integrity, clarified by the Two of Cups. Love to see it. Now, the Two of Cups, I think, is talking to your partner, to your friends even, because this is a friendship card too. Now, in this deck, it looks like a loving relationship, right? But when I have the Three of Cups, let me see what else is coming out here, because you could be worried about what your partner's going to think, about if they're going to honor your need to say no, or I can't afford this. And the Eight of Cups. Are you worried that they're going to walk away? I think that's what you're worried about. Virgo, if they do, if your partner, the person that either you reside with or you're in a relationship with, I think this is nothing but a worry, to be honest with you. I think you're confused. Maybe you're in between jobs. Maybe you're transitioning, like I said, to a different career, and your partner is stepping up. This is amazing. This is, if you have this in your life, Virgo, be grateful and thankful. Don't worry that they are going to leave because Virgo hasn't gotten the next job. This is what I'm really picking up with this opportunity. I think the opportunity is here, not to worry about them walking away, but to really have good, loving conversations about balancing everything out. Balancing the books is what I'm hearing. Balancing love, work, life. Balance. To stabilize, to return to the now. Yeah. To find equilibrium and harmony. That's the energy that's surrounding you. And the Three of Pentacles. Again, you could be working on building relationships, getting work on. Balance is also clarified by the Page of Wands. And this is a brand new, like, again, like I said, if you were in between jobs, if you were starting like a new business, a new something with new people, new clients, gathering clients, get these clients. Let your work speak for itself, Virgo. Really, let your work speak for itself and go on this Page of Wands, this curious, like, I wonder if I can do this, I wonder if I can do that. Of course you can. Don't let fear get in the way. The goal is fear. The goal is to create, is to eliminate, like I said, eliminate the fear. Like I said, let your work speak for itself. I'm going to put it right underneath that Three of Pentacles is my creative night with the Knight of Cups. Also be gentle with yourself, your internal monologues, because this fear is, what are you afraid of? You could be afraid of switching careers, changing industries even. What do you perceive as the worst case scenario? That my business, that my whatever it is that you're starting new doesn't work out. I can see it. What are you desperately trying to avoid and fight against right now? And it could be that I am not happy where I'm at. It doesn't reflect how much I'm worth, both my finances, money, and abundance. And so this letting go of the fear, it could be what it is that you're consuming, what it is that you're consuming through drink, through food, through content, what it is that you are consuming. And the Hermit, look at you, you working on you discovering you seeing through, sitting in your fear and bringing the light to it, understanding your limiting beliefs, where they came from, where your opinions come from, why you feel this way. This is beautiful. That's the goal, for you to reignite your curiosity, your adventurist. Because the Page of Wands is a little adventure, and here you are in hermit mode. Maybe it's to get out of hermit mode, but I feel this is more internal work with the Hermit. Like, this is not actually going into hermit mode. I feel this is maybe getting out of hermit mode and taking a look at your fears. The limiting beliefs is also the outcome. Clarified by the 10. There's your abundance right there, Virgo. This is your energy. There's your abundance. When you take, I'm going to put it underneath this creative card. When you work hard, and you do, Virgo, I know you Virgos do. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, on what it is that you're creating. This is where the abundance comes from. And it comes from looking at the limiting beliefs that you might have grown up with and throwing them out. And really only thinking, feeling, and understanding that what you think about, you bring about, and putting in the work. And it's internal work that will then be reflected in your external world. Yeah, there it is. The Four of Cups, loving yourself first. Absolutely, 100%. Taking time to get away from those influences, Three of Cups, that might not be good for you. Taking time to really see the gifts that the universe gives you, and what you might not see is the expression, to express yourself, to be able to say no, to honor your scheduling, to honor your dreams, to honor what it is that you're working hard on. And that's that 10 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. And that which you might not see. Clarifying expression is the Wheel. And then it comes down to divine timing. And when the time is right, you will express yourself. When you have really gone deeply into hermit mode to see why it is you feel a certain way, why you have limiting beliefs, why you have these fears, to stare them right in the face and to go, no, I am going to create. No, I'm going to build. No, I'm going to speak kindly and lovingly, Queen of Cups, to myself instead of worrying myself into the grave. Yes, indeed, Virgo, I feel you. Let's get an oracle on this. Let's get an oracle for the Valerie. Empowerment. Oh, I love it. The frequency of empowerment supports our ability to show up fully and completely, uniting us with others in the deep trust that we are all connected through the same source. Yes, indeed. And the bottom of the deck. And that which you might not see, consciousness, Virgo. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. Yep, I can see it. And that's what I see for you, Virgo. And I'm sure I'll see you again. Take care from your forest fairy. Bye for now.